dude.
All right. Welcome back to Dab Meat, Mr. John DelCollo.
Hey guys, how you guys doing, man?
Look at him, big as he pleases, looking like he just got his dick sucked.
The Eagles lost, but my bird won. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, dude. You deserve to have your fucking meat smoked.
Tim, how often do you have your meat sucked?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a very happy fella.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, dude, I'm microdosing Blue Chew. It's always ready to go. Yeah, it's not. I don't like to brag though, bro.
I know you don't, man.
I'm microdosing head.
I'm
Never
micro-edging.
peak.
I'm micro-edging every day.
Damn, you were wild, dude.
Get some rough nights.
Hey, you got me on another, coincidentally, another day drinking binge. So,
Okay, yeah, big coincidence.
you're right. Yeah. What was it? A Friday last time? Now it's a Sunday. You'll do it on a Wednesday, and I'll be like, I don't know why I'm blacked out at 8 p.m.
Dude, you deserve to get drunk, man. You're fresh off the desert, man.
Oh, dude.
Where'd you go?
I was in Utah. I flew to Vegas for $100 round trip. Me and some dudes in May were like, yo, it's so cheap to fly out there. Let's do it. And we booked round trip for $100. Went to Utah immediately and went to Zion National Park.
Wow.
And then we hiked to this place called The Wave where they only let 20 people a day in.
Oh, John,
It's
is
like-
that where you have to get, like, Indian permission?
It might as well be. It's Utah.
So-
Fucking was Joseph Smith an Indian?
Did they? I mean, is there a lot of competition these days?
To get this
Yeah,
permit?
like, is it always 20 people, or is that a coronavirus thing?
No, yeah. It's always been
Ooh.
20. Well, apparently it wasn't always this way, but then in 2009, Windows 7 or something came out, and the screensaver was a shot of this place. And then, like, I guess Instagram started right around that time. So it's been like an influencer photo op.
So you
John,
can be the
I guess
fucking
for
Windows
years.
7 background guy.
Yeah, so
what's
you
up.
can be the opposite of Justin Long selling Macs.
Dude, Microsoft did the same thing with that picture of Hope Solo's asshole. Just blew up, like, the next month.
Yeah, and that's why they only let 20 people a day in now.
So you get in, and what's it, like a hiking trail, what or like a campsite?
Yeah, so like when you get they allow 20 people total, 10 4 months in advance online, 10 the day before, because the draft or the drawing, it's like a bingo fucking thing that they pull numbers out.
It's like
of.
waiting in line for sneakers.
Yeah, it's like Turtle from Entourage trying to get the Fukijamas.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn, neither of you fucking bowed down to the Fukijama reference.
No, I don't.
There's got to be, yeah. Look at the chat. The chat's got to be going
Oh, yeah, no,
Fukijama
there's-
wild.
There's 400 people shouting out the Fukijamas.
The guy
John,
that played Fukijamas in there.
I will give you this, though. Adrian Grenier once waved at me.
Where?
In Los Angeles. It was they were
Family
it was-
court.
Dude, I was driving down Sunset Boulevard on the morning where they were filming the Entourage movie, and he
The
was like,
movie.
"Yeah, dude." And
Oh
he,
my
he was
God.
hanging out by like you know that
Years
that
after it
trolley
was
car.
relevant.
You know that trolley car restaurant they have there on Sunset?
Yeah.
He was just like pacing back and forth, and I said, "Yo, Adrian," and he turned around and he waved.
You gave him the Philly Yo
Come
Adrian?
on, man. You know where the fuck I'm from, dude.
And then did you mispronounce his last name to him or just live across YouTube right now? It's Grenier, dude.
Excuse
Come on,
me.
respect
I
Vinny and the
refuse.
boys.
Dude, my mouth cannot make pronunciations like that. I
I
refuse.
can't, Grenier sounds too much like I'm gay. I can't
Yo,
say it.
I seen Adrian Garnier Fructis. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, he was no fucking Brody Vidal Sassoon, but he was what's up.
All right, so you went to the exclusive Celestial Forest suck-off point.
Yeah,
you get your sneaker ticket in line. You know you're get. Did you book online or did you get the in-person drawing?
No, so this was just a spur of the moment trip. So we were like, maybe we'll get this thing. We were going to Zion National Park. The hotel I picked was near, like right next to the Bureau of Land Management, the BLM, before Black Lives Matter. The number one BLM.
Yeah, so we were in ACAB National Forest.
John, would it be fair to say you rolled the dice on this Vegas trip?
I certainly didn't. You're right. You can't say that.
That's the appropriate response to that.
So my one buddy is an early riser, so I was like, "Hey, you go get the you sign us up for the permit
for the Rambo lottery."
Yeah, Rambo lottery. And he goes at 8:30 in the morning. Me and the other guys were up till like 3 a.m. drinking, so we weren't fucking walking next door to do this in the morning. Literally next door to our cabin was this BLM. And he goes and he just sits in the right chair. They let 10 people ahead of time, 10 people day of or day before. And he just sits in the right chair. And he's like, all right, well, Connor, you're number 8, you're number 9, blah, blah, blah. And then they do the bingo thing. And he was the first number called. Wow. You're allowed to bring 6 people per group. So he had 4. So immediately 4 out of 10 are gone.
So, John, was this a vision quest, or were you going just to do butt chugs out of each other?
Well, I was going to find out if I was gay, but there was a...
So that would be more of a jizzing quest.
Yeah, it turns out none of my boys like fucking each other.
15 years in a row trying to find out if I'm gay, still inconclusive. There's this one tree you have to ask.
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
You had to go talk to Chief Bustin' Cheeks.
Yeah, every book behind me is about finding your gay quest.
Yeah, someday, man, I'm going to find the answers.
Dude, me and my girlfriend are about to drive or fly back out to Vegas and go to Yosemite, and we're going to go to that same town and try to get that permit again.
Cool. I hope you find out you're a member of the Queerquois tribe.
Bro, we're in Navajo Nation over there, all right? Please.
So was there anyone there that got turned away? Were there more than 10 people?
Oh, yeah. Like, people forge relationships by getting denied for days.
No shit.
Like, together.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, you'll get a hotel in this town for a week. And if you don't get the permit for this hike, you'll still go to the Grand Canyon or Zion or Bryce Canyon or like a dozen other cool ass places. Like, you can't miss.
These are camping simps.
Dude, this sounds like Indians turning you guys gay. John, that's what's happening. Dude, when they scalp you, dude, they don't scalp this head.
Well, I didn't have a foreskin before I went, but I certainly don't have one now.
Instead of rain dances, they do cum dances.
Do they start doing like alliances? Like, you guys have 4, we have 2 guys. Maybe one of us gets the ticket and we share it.
No, they have a system against that.
What?
You can't. Yeah. Like, you have to put in every single name in your permit.
Yeah.
Or whatever. They're just slightly less retarded than the average hiker. So
John, I was going to say, I mean, at this point, I would have told that guy straight to his face, you can't spell Mormon without moron. And then I would have.
As I'm holding a McDonald's cup, I have the extra M.
So it was like I get, if it was me and I get the first ticket called, I'm stunting all the losers that aren't getting called.
Oh, dude, my boy, we had a shuttle ticket into Zion that day, because you have to like park your car and then like take a shuttle. And with COVID, you have to have like a certain time. So ours was from 10 to 11, and it took an hour to get to Zion. So I told him that we had to fucking motor as soon as he got done. And so he just was like, acted like he'd been there before and was like, yo, we gotta go, baby. Like, I can't wait for orientation or whatever dog shit you guys have going on. I gotta get to Zion. And it turns out we didn't have to be there on time. But so the guy, when he was walking away, was just like, bring 2 gallons of water per person, which is insane. That's like 20 pounds of water
Per person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I drank less than a quarter gallon back and forth. But he also said you had to leave your hotel at 5:30 a.m. to get there at sunrise to make sure you're not there in the heat of the day.
Okay.
Which ended up being perfect because we did it. Like the whole night we were just like, fuck you, we're not leaving at 5:30 a.m. And then at fucking 5:20 everybody was like at the car like, yeah, we're going to do this.
Oh,
but
man,
it was fucking crazy.
Was it worth
Nobody was there when we got there. Like there was people ahead of us on the hike. We could see in the distance, and it's all pictures. Like there's no trail; it's just sand. So there's like, all right, this one looks like this. Head there. It's like, all right. We don't have a compass. All we have is pictures on a paper, and they're like, go there, and then go there, and then this big vertical crack in a rock. They're like, that's where.
Oh hell yeah! It's like a '90s CD-ROM game. Now you're talking my fucking language.
It's the one that
you're drawing
you
notes.
Like.
Yeah.
It's Treasure Hunter.
Yeah. Treasure Master. Excuse me.
Oh well, fuck me.
So it was worth it. Oh man. Oh, I never sent you guys all the pictures and photos from our big camping trip in the spring.
Oh yeah, start a. You don't have fucking. You're a PC phone guy.
Yeah. Android. But doesn't matter. But dude, camping with you. We probably talked about this briefly, but I wanted to save it up for the next time you're on.
Yeah, this is our reunion.
Oh, fucking
sweet.
John DelCollo camping trip is as premium as it gets, dude.
We got to do it again, man. That was so.
I don't ever want to not be doing it. I would do it quarterly. I'd do all weather conditions.
Yes, I'm looking forward to a cold night.
Mm-hmm.
Like
we already did rain. That was sick.
I want to. Yeah, the rain was fucking serious. You got there after it rained, right?
I got there in the rain.
Okay, yeah. You got there right when it started.
Yeah.
Me and Mike finished setting up right before it started. It was perfect timing.
Well, you finished setting up, and I just filmed you saying funny things.
Yeah. Well, I did need a guy to not help me and record the whole time.
God, I was amazed at how proficient you were at not only camping, but just to make sure this shit just gets done as quickly as possible so that everybody can chill the fuck out.
Well, I had the weather on my back, I thought. Like, it turns out we were there right in time. But when we got there and it wasn't raining, I was like, all right, I got to fucking get everything in the ground, taut. Everything has to be nice and taut to not get rained on. And it was perfect. We were chilling with no rain and at my count, 1 million bugs.
Yeah, brutal.
I haven't undid my tent or my canopy tent since then. There's 1 million dead bugs because we sprayed it with
oh yeah, and they started just dying on the tent.
Yes,
on the
they just
canopy.
Got
yeah.
shellacked to the fucking canopy.
Man, and then we
just figured out the third rank BLM, which is Bug Lives Matter.
Stop.
John started it.
So then, so yeah, you guys had it all set up when I got there, and then the weather turned, and I have to drive away for like 45 minutes to make a phone call. The first night?
You had to like send
lame.
a work email or something.
Yeah, very lame. I lost cell phone service earlier than I expected, so I had to turn back and drive 40 minutes away from the campsite to like reply to a work email telling them that I was going to be completely dead for 4 days. And then, dude, the next day we got after it. We got right on the fucking waterfall trail hike. Just 3 straight dudes walking around. How many waterfalls did we see? 19?
There's like 19 waterfalls there.
19 waterfalls or something.
We ate 1 hot dog for every waterfall we saw.
Yeah. Dude, I was thinking about that the other day. We cooked hot dogs just to let them get back down to natural hot dog temperature.
It was nice having them with wet buns, though.
Yeah.
Just wrapping all that heat up
the wet buns.
so the buns could steam themselves and then cool off wet.
Dude, maybe that was John's gay Indian vision quest.
Yeah, that's where it was going to happen.
Just sucking hot dogs out of his own pocket. Pretty cool move.
I didn't even know I had a pocket here.
Yeah, man. That was a majestic weekend.
Yeah, that fucking rocked, man. That was, I mean, I'm used to rain now. So rain is whatever. If you have the little canopy over the table, you're golden in my mind.
Mm-hmm. It did feel like we were going to get swept away in the night. It felt like we were going to get flooded out.
Yeah, it was pretty intense. The next night was fucking perfect, though. We did a little,
That was nice.
drank a little pepper.
Oh, man. The next night we tripped.
Yeah.
We took a very heavy mushroom tea.
Yeah, that tea ended up being wild as hell, man. I was just...
Mike, both... Was it 2 or 3 nights? Oh, did DelCollo just freeze?
2 nights.
He's dead. DelCollo just died. God damn it.
Dickhead.
This is classic. This is a classic fucking DelCollo, dude. Back to the fucking woods. I don't want to talk about it without him being here because it was a very meaningful time.
Dude, this would be great if this was a bit that he would do.
He would pull this shit. Oh, man. How you doing, Mike? We'll wait for him to
Great,
get back.
dude. This has got me excited to go back to the woods, man. I mean, we are taking a trip tomorrow. We are going up to the Big Apple, so
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. We get to take a train there.
Yeah, it's going to be fun having diarrhea in a different place.
Man, I love that shit. But, talking with John, I had asked him to do the podcast like 3 weeks ago.
There he
and
is.
Said
Joe, sorry about that. Did I kick something?
I guess so.
I think I kicked something. But I didn't kick it back.
Well,
So finish your story,
you're
man.
Regardless. So
What was the story about?
your mushroom tea story.
Mushroom trip?
So we
Yeah, Tim was the fire master.
what was it?
I
What was it?
just-
Both
I was just TPing my bunghole over my hood up.
both nights. I think it was 2 nights, right? Both nights, Mike went to sleep at about 8:30 p.m. and
I
instantly
clocked it in at 8:55.
it looked like Mike was afraid of the dark. Mike kept going to Mike was like, I'm gonna go to sleep, and just instantly sleep farting, just sleep farting loud enough that
Yo.
we could hear him from far away.
Over the fire.
Yeah, it was cool. And then, we did the mushroom trip, and it was. I remember we watched the campfire with an intensity that I don't know that I've ever done any other activity. I feel like I watched the saga of the campfire.
Dude, it was nice for me because number one, I feel like tripping. I feel like I'm always on my feet for some reason. Camping, especially, I always need a chore to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like I always feel like I'm with people that aren't interested in keeping the fire going.
Yeah.
So the fact that I just got to sit in a chair that was like too small for a guy my size, and just like have my feet out and watch you make the fucking flame bigger and bigger.
Probably not a great idea, but it was the perfect fire. It was the best fire of all time.
Yeah, it was bonfire status. Like I said, wait, I think it cut off when I was saying I heard people walking by, like saying, like a dad saying to his dad, like, you never made a fire like that.
Oh, wow.
Dude, it was massive.
Yeah, and I did that
Dude,
for you, dude.
Dude, that was like the kind of fire you would see on Entourage. Dude, that's
Yeah,
a
that's the kind of
bontourage.
fire Johnny Drama makes sure gets lit, dude.
John, that's a bontourage, dude.
Dude, it was so.
You guys hear my chair squeaking?
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. Your Peloton's making a lot of noise back there. So we
That's a Peloton, dude. That's a fucking fake.
so
That's Folkleys.
The Peloton has a dildo in the seat, so every time you pedal, you're just
Yo, isn't that George Clooney and fucking Burn After Rain?
the whole time he's just
Working
making
on
the
this for a
dildo
while.
seat.
Just getting hard Home Depot receipts just for steel gauges that he can fucking make a
dude,
bike dildo out of.
fuck. There were a couple times during the bonfire where I would we were just staring directly into like the heart of it. I mean, the fire itself was impressive to passersby, but we were invested in the story of this fire.
Yeah, the passersby were like way in my distant peripheries. Like,
yeah.
they were nowhere near my actual brain looking at the fire.
But there were probably 10 different, maybe 20 different times where I would look up from the fire. I'd be like, dude, did you see that? And you'd be like, dude.
You're talking about embers cracking, and I'm like, yeah, I saw it, man.
I'm like, bro, did you see that? Oh my god. And then at one point
10 or 20 times.
we were both looking. We were sitting back in our. We were sitting on opposite sides, or like maybe catty corner, in our shitty like Coleman chairs. And at one point we were both just staring up at the sky. And I remember I noticed, instead of it seeming like the leaves were like blowing in the wind, like through the treetops, you could see the stars. And instead of like the branches blowing around, it looked like the branches were staying still and the sky was blowing around. That was
a cool
maybe
trip.
the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, you're a mushroom heavy guy too. Like I feel like my last one before that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I don't I know you like taking mushrooms in the city. I just don't feel right taking them in the city.
No, I like taking them in front of a television. Not necessarily in the city.
In front of a television, just to watch?
Just like watch
shit
YouTube
while
and
you're
shit.
tripping?
Absolutely. Bro.
I don't know. I feel like watching TV is like you get glued to it, and then it's
No
you
way,
can't
man.
discover the wonders of nature.
No way, man. If you do a heavy enough dose, okay, this is secret mushroom knowledge. Maybe some of you guys are pros. Maybe some of you people listening, some of you people in the YouTube chat, maybe you guys are pros.
You ever take a whole eighth?
Bro, no. I split one. And
Yeah, a half eighth is the normal.
Well, I measured out like the last dose I took. Like I eyeballed it. I finally got a kitchen scale. I was going way too heavy. But here it goes. Here it goes. You take way too much, right? The first, I would say, 4 hours. Oh, you're not going to bed, by the way. But like from 8 p.m. to midnight, party time. Anything that you do will be the funniest and coolest. Maybe even bring you to tears. It's the best. It's the best ever. But then from midnight to 5 a.m., you've got some serious psychological and spiritual work to do.
Yeah, the introspection happens.
You got to push through it, though. You have it's not only is it unavoidable, it's actually beneficial. That's where like the real benefits. Like, dude, I talk about the fucking benefits of it all the time.
But that's when I feel like I can actually fall asleep. Like I can finally fall asleep, and I don't engage with the introspection. I'm like, oh, I'm finally.
I wish I could fall asleep.
Relax.
All I can think about is how I'm never ever going to sleep. And actually, my boy Travis is in the chat right now, and he confirms 5 grams is a heroic dose, and it's way too much. But it's also perfect. So
that's more than an eighth, man. That's crazy.
No, 5 grams is not more than an eighth. Way out.
An eighth is 3.5.
Is it? Oh well, then I've done.
I bought mushrooms once and I sold weed in college.
Bro, I'm not doing the math right now. But I've done way too much, and it's staying up all night. I feel like I've descended into, and dude, no one likes to be the guy that's talking about like their cool drug experience, but I wouldn't talk about this if it didn't also like seriously benefit me in a way that it's never going back. So I've bottomed out personality-wise on the last couple ones, and I felt like I was sitting in the dark, which I was sitting in the dark, but I felt like I was sitting with myself, and I was just there was no buffer to like my own ego. Like I was face to face with like who I actually am, and I was like, all I could sense was like the contrast between like who that actually is and who I act like I am day to day, and it completely destroyed it. That gap has been closed, and I've lived every day feeling more comfortable like as myself since then.
That's incredible, because I feel like every trip has a part like that where you are sitting next to yourself, you see yourself as you present yourself to other people, and then
sucks.
You see yourself as you really are. Yeah, it
makes you really uncomfortable.
Feeling.
But
John, how do you
face
view
it,
yourself
dude?
presenting yourself to other people?
We'll say that again.
How do you view yourself as presenting to other people in that mode?
It's been a long time since I've tripped that hard, but I feel like, I don't know, alcohol and mushrooms have been involved in my most recent trips, and this is like 10 years in the making, where I've not just been high on mushrooms, I've also been drunk. So I feel like it's a bit of a different. You're more lenient with yourself when you're sitting next to when you're drunk.
It
sitting
softens
next
the
to
blow.
You think you are.
Whoa, dude, I rule.
Yeah, but I don't know specifically what. I can't explain it. I absolutely cannot explain the feeling. Have you ever done mushrooms, Mike? Have you ever done?
I loved them. I did them a lot. Well, not a lot, but mostly in my early 20s. and it was always around dickheads, so I never got the full benefit of it.
That's the negative part. Yeah, if you're doing it with the wrong group.
I mean, I did enjoy it, but it was just like case in point. One of the guys I was doing it with, he had a laundry basket full of knives, and I remember him asking me if I would sit in it. So I sat in this laundry basket full of knives.
And sheets or just knives?
Just knives, buddy. And it was funny, but it was like, I would like to, if I ever did it again.
That's like something you trick Wile E. Coyote into doing. Why were you doing it?
Hey, why don't you do my laundry, the road runner? Filled with knives.
Hey, Mike, you want to go through this tunnel with me? And you walk into a painting of a tunnel on the wall.
I would then become the load runner.
So my buddy just told me about a trip that he had where like his upstairs neighbors were like, they were on like a roof balcony, like just heckling him as he was like watching a bonfire in his backyard. And I felt so bad about the story. I was like, I wanted to like drive over in the middle of the night, like, bro, we should do it again right now and like do it for real. It'll be cool. But again, dude, I'm all on. I've been preaching. I've overly preached about the therapeutic benefits of microdosing mushrooms and capping them off like a huge trip here and there. And I'm going back down. I'm starting a new cycle now, and I couldn't be more excited.
What's a microdose for you? Like, do you measure it out, or you just?
Yeah, I had a bunch of measured out into capsules at one point.
Like 1/10 of a gram.
I don't know what it equals out to, but it's like. Like the smallest, like Now Foods makes like a vegan dissolving capsules that you fill up, but just eyeballing it, you take like a fingertip. You grind up the mushrooms into a powder. You take a fingertip and you just blot with your fingertip and then sprinkle that into a tea. And I did that every morning.
Damn.
And,
so that's can't be a 1/2 gram.
No. It's tiny.
It's powder. Yeah.
It's tiny. It's
I feel like I've done that every once in a while. It's taken a to the tongue,
and it puts some pep in your step.
Yeah, it does. But every time I'm trying to take mushrooms, it's like I want to see something wild. I want Uniqlo to look a little different if I'm buying underwear.
For sure. It's just I was trying to get over some shit, and I mean nothing worth nothing constructive to talk about here, and it definitely helped. Some shit. Do you
have
that people
another
podcast
to be on?
It's just like I don't know, man.
Talk about it, man.
I've aired my gripes with myself and some of my circumstances on here, and they're not even worth revisiting. All there is to say is I will reiterate that microdosing mushrooms helped me conquer some pretty deep demons.
Good.
I will tell you one thing that is worth revisiting is how many fat people we saw on the trails leading to those waterfalls.
No, that was truly wild.
I was stunned that they could get up there, man, because that was not easy terrain.
Number one, a bunch of people were talking about like, where's the turnaround point?
Yeah, I've never passed so many people turning back in one day in my life. Everywhere we went,
like, yo,
were
where
people
can I
just
turn around?
turning around where they stood and walking back.
But it's like they were already so low on the trail. Like, you had to walk back up either way. Like, finish the hike. Mm-hmm. Go around and see all, 14, 24 waterfalls, or how many waterfalls? Like, just see them all. You made it this far. There's one more till you get to the bottom. Oh, my God. Do you remember the girl with the fucking... The back
tattoo?
Piece? Yeah, the Canadian flag back piece.
Yeah.
By herself, dude. Lower expectations from Mad TV.
Yeah, that was rough, dude.
Dude,
that was
weird.
A
Vision Quest.
Yo, that chick was like, all right, I can make it 2 waterfalls away until I have to fill up my water bottle with dirty, silty water.
Yeah, it was weird watching people drink chocolate milk out of neoprene bottles.
Neoprene? You mean fucking Nalgene?
Nalgene, my bad. Neoprene's a material, right?
Neoprene is what? Well, not this.
Nalgene.
Particular
koozie
made of. This one says
CTE,
Man's
bro.
Weekend 2014.
John, what did you do there?
In reverse, it says tag 'em and bag 'em, fuck 'em and suck 'em.
Okay, that
One of my boys made that for me. What do we do there? Well, we didn't tag him in back. I'm gonna tell you that much.
John, you are a liver of life, man. I give you a lot of credit.
Thank you. I
What the
feel
fuck
like
you
I'm
want to do?
on my couch playing Tony Hawk now, but video games most of the time. But every once in a while, I get to do something cool. Like before I went hiking in Utah, the last cool thing I did was with you guys. Like I want to camp all the time. We did it.
You gotta find a way to
100
just make it
degrees.
your lifestyle, bro.
I really do want that ultimately.
Dude, we should organize a dad meet camping trip where the Bubs could come along and John can just lead us to the coolest place they could ever fucking imagine.
We've
I
talked
know
about
the place
this
that
before.
we could do that.
We talked about
But
this
it
before.
would be a very simple. Well, we do need a simple hike for a simple fan base. JK, y'all guys are
Fat Gay Retard Weekend
130 IQ
2014. I think this came up on Twitch like 4 months ago, and I was just like, we can't have that many dudes just around each other in the woods, or they're gonna start assaulting each other from the bottom.
From the bottom.
Just dudes like bottoming each other into trees.
We're just scratching that inscription on John's fucking koozie into each other's backs.
Man's Weekend 2014. A 6-year-old inscription.
But that would be fun.
That would be fun as shit. That's the kind of shit you guys really need to get into. Like an organized group outing where there are no laws and you assume a lot of liability. Like they just show up and they can sue Patreon in the end. I heard about this on a thing that I pay for, so I think I'm owed some money. My shoelace broke when I was ascending less than 500 feet elevation.
All right, so everybody's gonna have to pick you swear not to sue us or Patreon if you go.
Yeah. Whatever 18 retards we can gather. I know the campsite that they'll let us camp at. And there's a merch shop on the way out.
Oh man,
Dude, what about the what was that? Not a flea market. We saw the secondhand nightmare store.
Antique store, I guess.
Just a lot of Nazi stuff and like.
Mike got yelled at for walking around the premises.
yeah, I finished shopping first, and it was a very interesting place because I'm a creep, and it was the kind of place where people get murdered. So I walked like 10 yards south of this place, and a lady yells out of her fucking window, "Don't even think about using the bathroom." It's like, all right, I wouldn't bless you with my shit, you fucking pig.
Dude, I've never seen so many price tags on makeshift weapons in my life.
We all walked out of there $20 less in our wallet.
Armed to the fucking gills. We were ready.
Yeah, I was going back to join the Fishtown militia, dude. I had a fucking used baseball bat that was cracked.
I got a
I was like,
koozie.
my neighbor Joe's gonna like me better now.
I got a koozie that said Auschwitz 2014. Bag him, tag him, fuck him, and suck him.
There were. You're alluding to this, but there was Nazi propaganda being sold at this place, man.
Pretty weird.
Yeah.
There were fucking stamps with Hitler's face on it, and then there were like stamps for 2 Deutschmarks less that had fucking Goebbels' face on it.
That was pretty weird.
Not quite.
That seems to be
Goebbels was
unavoidable.
like, I'm not Hitler, but
I don't. Ow! Fuck! Get off of me! Sorry, a cat just bit me. I'll edit that out later.
I didn't know you had a cat.
I got 2 cats and they're torturing me.
The cat's name is Bitler.
Real weird shit.
Yeah, that was
Oh, and also like the way it was laid out, you could tell that almost everything in there were just the possessions of recently deceased people.
Oh yeah, for sure. It was an estate sale happening constantly. But I did ask about like that. I feel like I mentioned something that was in that case or on that table, like the number, and like I made the lady reference it, and it was implied that had been there for a long time, and that was never going away. Like the dude who owned that stuff was alive and looking for return in ROI. You know, like.
This talk has made me think that a lot of that merchandise may be haunted. And John, I know you would appreciate it. And Tim, you would appreciate this too. But I recently found out that Jonathan Davis, lead singer of Korn, collects haunted dolls that he keeps in a specific space in his home that is surrounded by sage and crystals to protect him from the spirits that possess them.
What are the dolls? They're old, like
fleshlights,
creepy. They're prototypes of
I collect
what
haunted
guys
fleshlights.
thought they could fuck in 1960.
I mean, it's no big deal, really. You just have to surround them with a salt circle. I mean, come on.
A bunch of old toilet paper and Vaseline in a doll.
The Ouija board centerpiece is a dildo. You gotta fucking. I got some unfinished business.
That's fucking corny as shit. He's corny as fuck, dude.
Open up a portal to my pants.
Yeah, that's. I mean, how much more of a fucking Hot Topic employee could you be?
Are you ready for back to school savings?
You fucking loser. Fuck John. No, I'm just kidding.
John, if I bought you a haunted doll, would you put it on the shelf behind you for the next podcast?
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right.
Is it one of Chucky's boys?
Chucky's boys, huh?
To that point,
Is it one of Chucky's boys?
John, a mutual friend of ours did some county prison time, and he said one thing that he found at one of the most valuable learning experiences in prison was finding out how much the black community loves Chucky.
Was this Ryan Shaner?
No,
I think it was.
it's somebody else.
Is that
I disagree. It was.
I'm sure. Well, I'm sure Shane would back. This seems like something Shaner would know. But he said there was never more black inmates watching TNT than the nights where one of the Child's Play movies were on.
Yo, are they getting like shitty jailhouse tats of Chucky? Just green ink, whatever they can make in a toilet, and in Chucky's face.
Oh man,
My couple of my boys that I grew up with are getting real into Chucky now, but they haven't served time.
what?
I wonder if they're tapping into to black culture.
Oh, they're going Wigger.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going weird. One's a lawyer and one's a new dad who came in a female pussy for the first time, as far as I know.
That'd be a funny way to get into that movie, Cuties. You're just like, I just love Child's Play so much. I just.
Wait, these aren't
Spooky
evil
children.
dolls?
Yeah. Oh, I thought they were haunted dolls. Jonathan Davis ran out and bought a bunch of haunted dolls because he got caught watching Cuties.
Your Honor, my client clearly thought he was jerking off to haunted dolls.
I've been jerking off to these dolls
Since 2000
You guys
pre
right.
9/11.
It was on the Dudes Weekend, 2014, man.
since you could bring a knife onto a plane.
That's a good way to say it. You're fucking old. Long in the tooth. I used to be able to bring knives on planes.
Long in the tooth, I like that. Is that a British saying?
I have no idea. I don't know anything, dude.
Is
I
that
don't
one
know
of the
anything about
only
the
gay
world.
things that came over the Atlantic?
I'm long in the bird. I'm an old,
That
I'm an
and
old dog.
brown ale. I'm gonna eat a fucking brown ale. And I was like, I hope the Eagles lose. Oh, dude, I'm.
Fuck. Yes. Yes, we just crossed the threshold to you being fully retarded.
I'm doing fantasy for the first time, and I actually have an interest.
Oh, that
in
sounds like a
other
step backwards.
teams. You say it's not a step back?
No, I said that sounds like a definite step backwards.
Yeah. I've never done this before. Have you guys ever done this?
No, absolutely not.
No,
Mike,
I
you've
do.
never done?
I
You
do
like the
draft.
Eagles, though. You watch football.
Yeah, I love the Eagles, but at most I'll do DraftKings, and I did today, and that's what I'm trying to check now to see if I won any money.
Oh, you're playing actual bets, yeah.
How about? But you like fantasy football?
Well, mine was just I signed up for a league with my friends. There's 8 of us, so I could win $350 at the end of the year.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's going to be enough for me to check my phone every Sunday and be like, "Am I winning? Did I score touchdown?"
oh, I won 20.
I don't know
bucks today.
anything about football.
Yeah.
Won $20.
I
Win $20 on what?
Yeah, dude, on DraftKings today.
oh,
I'm
congrats,
playing
dude.
bet on who?
You just pick 9 guys, and they get a certain amount of points for each thing they do.
So it's like basically like fantasy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just player based, not team based.
Yeah, and I don't know if regular fantasy is like this, but you change all your shit for each week, and there's different kinds of.
I think I can do that every week. Yeah.
Okay, well,
the reason I've never done like fantasy football, even like I just do it with my boys. I can't think of anything more anxiety inducing than like only getting an email from my friends when they like about a thing I don't give a shit about. That would paralyze me every single week when that email came in. I think I was on like a Bennington fantasy thing one week, like Tommy, one season that Tommy told me to sign up for, and I was just like, every time I would look at it, I was just like, I should just fucking kill myself. This stresses me out so
Or
bad.
football?
Yeah. And it might have been like what's the kind where like you pick someone and then you can't pick them anymore? Like it's just teams.
I don't know. The only term I know
Doesn't
is
matter.
PPR.
I don't know
points
anything
per
about this shit.
reception.
I can't say anything interesting about it. I'm sorry.
Same, but I'm enthralled with the NFL now, dude. In my Facebook feed the whole day today, like I was watching the first half, and then I looked at Facebook at halftime, and there were friends that were like, "I can't believe the Eagles stayed in the locker room for the national anthem." It's like,
Did they?
that dude. I was at the second half, and nobody I was watching the game with even knew that information, let alone was complaining about it or mentioning it. It's like, dude, if you're watching,
You know what's funny is like if I turn on the game and the anthem's on, I'm like, I turned it on too early, and I'll change the channel.
John, and that had nothing to do with social justice. They just couldn't figure out the lock.
Yeah.
yeah, they were like, they had to go get a water break after the coin flip. Is that a thing?
I'd rather watch funny commercials than the national anthem.
Well, then, Tim, you might like the Super Bowl. I don't know if you've ever had a Budweiser.
I am a
but
fucking
those frogs
simple
are
retard.
wild.
I'm a simple fucking moron.
John, I'm going to send this to you, but I took a video about a month ago. There's a lady, a pretty attractive young lady from somewhere in DelCollo where I live that drives a car that's airbrushed with the Budweiser frogs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Where is the airbrush? On the window or the fucking body?
Trunk, the
It's
hood.
fucking everywhere. And dude, the back, the fucking the tailgate.
Do they say the names? Bud.
John, on the fucking back, it says Budweiser, and the frogs are all over the fucking car.
How many times a week do you see her and not tell me about it?
I miss
I've
those
only seen
guys.
her
I
once.
miss those
Yeah.
frogs, man. What a simpler time.
That and Westside was the most memorable campaign they had, besides the fucking Clydesdales. And I don't know if you guys care about horses as little as I do, but nuke the fucking horses.
was that like did that come before or after? What was the penguin that did Doobie Doobie Doo? Remember
Bud
that?
Ice.
That was Bud
Bud Ice.
Light. Bud Ice?
Yeah.
Were those around the same time? Okay.
Ice?
Were those like the final campaigns before everything went fully like the troops?
Possibly.
It seems like it. Yeah. That was definitely 90s.
Like every advertiser just started trying to impress Mike Rowe with beer commercials.
Yeah, every company that was already red, white, and blue was like, well, now we just formed our colors into an actual flag, and you can drink the flag if you pay
Yeah. And like,
$25 for 30 beers.
do you guys remember that one commercial that Coors Light did where it was based on 9/11, where the plane goes through the Trade Center and comes out the other end frost brewed and cold filtered?
And Seeger's on the other end saying, like a rock.
Fuck. Yeah, that was a commercial I wanted to make for a while, just doing a micro voice like inside job, outside job. At least 9/11 was a job, and we don't have a lot of those around here anymore. Bud Ice.
At least somebody got paid for it. Just the dude's ashes sprinkling through the air.
Yeah, those are terrible thoughts.
How much do you think those guys got paid in heaven?
Wasn't there didn't they try iguanas
trumped.
at one point too?
Yeah, the iguanas were like in the swamp with the frogs. And that might have been pre-Geico Gecko, to be honest. Oh, I hear fireworks.
Yeah, I
There must be a gay baby have been born.
I want to know where like the demarcation was, like because now I'm obsessed with advertising basically just being full mind control. I feel like at a certain point it was almost just like what do you call it? Like Sunday like newspaper doodles. Like silly nonsense to sell you stuff, and now it's almost like they want to control your entire life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to know what the first commercial was where it was like like a cartoon mascot just saying the name of the company over and over and again, and then it was also like, kill your neighbor for being a racist. Whoa, what was that? What are you talking?
Eat a Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Your neighbor's gay.
The global banking elite's trying to take everything from you, and it's run by Jews. Bud Ice.
Do you guys remember where you were when you found out Spuds McKenzie was a girl?
Right here, right now.
Yeah, what?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Jesus,
John,
dude.
do you remember Spuds McKenzie?
Basketball player?
Yeah, he played for the Atlanta Hawks.
Yes, I remember. He didn't score a single point. That was his famous thing.
He was the Bud Light party animal. The party dog.
Yeah, he never nailed a single T-shirt gunshot. Every T-shirt gunshot backfired. Yeah, Tim is doubled over off camera. Oh my god! Wait, it's a gay dog?
Yes. He was the Bud Light party dog. It turned out it was a lady dog.
He played on the 1974 Detroit Pistons.
You guys can give me more information, but I won't request more information.
He was in the first batch of Sprite commercials.
First batch of Sprite.
Oh my god.
John, you really have no recollection of Spuds McKenzie.
He's not the short basketball player that I'm thinking of, right?
Oh my god.
You're thinking of Spud Webb.
Yeah. What's Spud McKenzie?
He's the Bud Light party dog.
And it's Spuds with the plural?
Yeah.
I haven't figured out how to tell Siri to recognize my voice, so I'll have to do it with thumbs.
Insane, dude.
Spuds.
Insane.
Oh, I have it on private. So I have to type the whole thing out. And how do you spell Spuds? Not McKenzie. I'm looking for spelling on. Oh, dude, I did know Spud McKenzie. Yeah, he came over a couple months ago, but I haven't seen him since. Wait, what decade was this? The 80s?
Yes, the 80s.
Yo, he's wearing a frat shirt in this one.
You mean she was wearing a frat shirt in that one? That's a
Oh,
lazy dog.
Spuds was a bitch,
Yes.
not a dog. Because if you remember my first appearance on the show, I said, hello, dogs and bitches. If you're not a dog, you're a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, you were putting that behind us. Golden opportunity to never bring that up again.
Yeah, you were trying to. Look at the black and white of Spuds chilling.
With Michael Jackson and Magic Johnson.
With 10 people who are certainly dead by now. Spud's the only one still thriving.
I have bad news for you, John.
Oh, no.
9/11.
Spuds was getting walked around Tower 7.
He led a charge to stop it from the cockpit. He said, "Let's roll over."
Oh my god! I assume you guys all saw the Wahlberg quote resurfaced.
Yeah.
One of my boys had never seen it before.
Yeah,
He
it never gets old.
He was like, "Oh, I never heard this about Wahlberg."
Look, what did you say? I feel like if I was on that plane, things might have gone differently. Mm-hmm. If you don't think that way, you're not my boy.
Here's a more specific part.
Okay, hit me. What was it?
There would have been a lot of blood in first class.
Yeah.
The dude was humble bragging having a first class.
That rules, actually. Yeah.
Never would have made it past the curtain.
Bro, if you don't think you would have fought the hijackers, you're not my boy. I don't think you would have won. I don't think anyone I know would have won. But if you don't,
but you die on the plane instead of.
I actually don't even
in
think
the building.
I don't think anyone would have actually done anything that wasn't already done. But if you don't think you would have done more, you're not. I'm not your boy.
Tim, that's actually one of my biggest fantasies.
Being on one of the hijacked planes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
being one of what should be 130 people beating up 3 people.
Yes.
Like, wow, is that not immediate? With knives?
Box cutters.
Kill 190 people with knives. I 390,000 people. Plane gets bigger and bigger.
Yes, dude.
420 of my boys, dude. 69.
This is like the 12 days of 9/11.
Mike, play your fantasy out for me. So you're sitting in coach or first class?
I'm an everyman, so I'm in coach.
Okay, of course you're coach. You're in coach.
And you know how, like, when you get on a plane, like, you kind of make eyes with guys that you think would help you in that kind of situation.
I think it's a post 9/11 thing, though. I don't think you would have done that in this situation.
Tim, come on.
No. Come on. Let's be realistic about this, Mike. Come on.
All right. Well, then the fantasy is 9/12. So we're doing this.
You stopped the squeak wool.
Yeah. Because, dude, how many hijackers were there? Like fucking 5?
I don't know.
So let's
5 or less. I thought it was 3 or 4.
For the sake of the fantasy,
it'd be great if they overdid it and they did 190 hijackers, and Mark Wahlberg was the only non-hijacker. There's an awful lot of samples on this flight.
I can't believe Seth MacFarlane missed his flight.
Oh, what a great conspiracy that would be! A bunch of like high-profile people giving up their seats for hijackers.
Dude, that's crazy. They ended up making Ted together. Mark wanted to be on the flight. Seth was supposed to be on the flight.
You do the math.
You do the fingering.
Oh my god. Okay, Mike, you're in coach, right? Okay, maybe you've given the nod to a couple of dudes. Here's the thing: I don't think any of them give it back to you. Okay, even if at this time you knew to give the nod, you're on your own in this situation. Okay.
I'll tell you what, man. All you got to do is the second one walks past you is you drag him in as close to the window as possible, so he's not getting out. So you don't have to worry about him anymore once you have him on the ground.
Block him with the cart.
Point, yeah. At that point, everybody knows what's going down, so that more and more people are going to jump in.
Mm-hmm.
And now, where the fantasy really takes off, I don't really go through the actual act of apprehension too much. Where I really thrive in this fantasy is with the interviews that I give after what happens.
Standing on the inflatable slide, getting off the plane.
Next to the slide.
Mike's on his fourth. He's on his fourth slide down it.
Yeah, I'm holding each terrorist. We're sliding down
He's
together.
climbing back up the ladder. They're trying to get an interview, and he's going for his 4th try. Whee!
Chef McNulty just said Wahlberg ends up beating up the only Asian guy on the flight.
Blinding him somehow with a rock. He brought a rock on the plane to throw at him.
Back before 9/11, you used to be able to fly with rocks.
I threw rocks all the time.
As long as the rock's under like 3.2 ounces, you can take it on.
Had to be in a clear plastic bag. They don't tell you. All right, Mike. I'm sorry. I really want to. I don't want to keep interrupting this. Okay. So, when in your fantasy, when's the first sense of commotion or trouble?
Well, you can kind of pick up on it when there's a lot of eye contact amongst very specific types. I'm not going to say what types are the perpetrators in this situation, but you can see where I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
So me and the other guys that are willing to do something
so you
on these flights
before 9/11, you already
down.
had a healthy distrust of these people, bordering on racism.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All
and
right.
you're eyeing up every single person you walk by on a plane.
Yeah. Yeah.
6 people per foot. You're like, no. That guy's my guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as there's under 4 of them, you're good. The 4th one comes, that's Muslim Tetris, and then they take out a whole block.
One guy's the long one. He's all in here. You slice it out, right?
That was Osama. Osama was the
Yeah, he
skinny
was the long
Tetris
one.
piece.
There was one with scoliosis. He's the L.
That's why I have 29C.
All right, so you see the Islam Tetris make the 4th eye contact, and you know something's about to go down. What's next?
Spring into action, man. It becomes chaos after that, but enough people know what's happening at this point that we apprehend everybody. And also, people start taking their phones out now. So once the phones are out, then that's when I really put on a show, man.
Mm-hmm.
I do all kinds of jiu-jitsu shit. Amount of triangles.
You're doing Stone Cold Stunners.
Yeah.
You're like getting space between the
Yeah.
aisles so you can do some running moves.
Oh, God, it's Mike Grady.
Jumping from the
The
overhead compartment.
the co-pilot puts one on his shoulders and Mike clotheslines him off. It's the doomsday device. Man,
Yeah, and at that point, like once the phones come out, man.
have the pilots
put on a
been incapacitated yet?
Reached.
No, they're already rerouting the plane.
Oh, okay. So you
Can't get in the cockpit anymore. So
Here's how. Can I improve your fantasy for you?
Please do.
So, by the time you realize there's a commotion, maybe I think here's how it would go. You're in coach and you're looking at a picture of your family and you're just reflecting on times with them. So maybe you don't realize the first couple of pieces falling into place, and then by the time you're aware of anything, you've already heard like some shouting up near the front of the plane, right? And you maybe the first class is full of pussies, obviously soft pussies, and then you start hearing a little bit of like. Ah! Like you hear like a distant like shriek from a lady, and that's when you know like that's as soon as you hear a shriek, your seatbelt's undone. You're perking up, and you're like, all right, let me not raise. I don't want to draw their attention too much yet, right? Because I'm going to want to catch them unawares. So then you slowly make your way up, right? And so you're like every time they're not looking at like the people at the cabin, you're slowly moving up a couple rows, and then you duck into the aisle seat and sit on someone's lap, right? And this happens. Maybe there's a couple. Hot ladies who are like kind of turned on by it. You know what I mean? Like
they get some boners.
They pick up on your like dangerous situation pheromones. Eventually, you make your way to the cabin. You get stabbed. Definitely, you definitely take some serious
That's a
battle
given,
scars. Man. Yeah, like you're damaged to the point of like John McClane at the end of Die Hard. You're fucked up. Your bare feet are all cut up. That kind of shit. Both pilots are already dead. You have to then land the plane.
Oh man,
bro,
that's a lot of responsibility.
Great heroes, man. You land the plane. Actually, I think you would land the plane in the river, and when Sully ends up doing it, no one gives a shit because all they care about is the time Mike Rainey did it better. Mike Rainey did it with like one shoulder completely dislocated, cuts all over his face.
Dude, that would have been great. I wonder if Marky Mark injected himself in that Sully thing and thought about renaming it Sully Wahlburgers.
So then when Sully ends up landing in the river, like gay pilot tries to recapture the magic of Mike Rainey, fails miserably. Sully stinks. That would be where my end.
Goose are cool.
Man, that's a tough one to pull off. I'm actually not the Marky Mark in this situation, man. I don't think I could pull that one off.
It's a fantasy,
What, the
dude.
pilot
I know,
fantasy?
Dude,
You get the headphones on and you say, "What do I have to do?"
Yeah,
John.
To keep this bird in the sky.
Dude, and then you know what? As
Anything
soon as
that I
Mike puts
fantasize
on the
about.
headset,
Refueled
there's a dude in
midair.
air traffic control slides into a seat. He's like, "All right, Mike, we're gonna land this bird together."
Yeah, John Cusack and Pushing 10. He just got done fucking
Stay calm,
Angelina Jolie.
Mike, buddy. Stay calm. We're gonna land this bird, and you're like, "Okay, man, I'm hurt pretty bad." They're like, "Mike, stay with us. We're counting on you." Everyone's hysterical in the cabin. There's fucking tit meat everywhere. They're thirsty for you, and you're just like, "Everyone, stay calm. I got this." But you're like fading from consciousness. But you're the only one who's got it together enough to land this fucking bird.
You're screaming, "What are flaps? What are flaps?"
Mike, there's 2 switches in front
you
of you.
start sucking the bird's handle.
I accidentally activate the slide in the air.
All right, what do I suck? What do I suck? Everything's flashing. Which one do I suck?
Everything looks suckable.
This is your captain sucking.
Mike, you want to get your mouth on the yoke right now. It's like,
No, open up your flaps. That's your big asshole.
We are putting the cruising and cruising altitude.
That would be fun, man.
All right, I can do this now, Tim.
Oh, there he
I
goes. That's
can
my
do
fucking
this.
guy.
Let's
I
hear
can
it.
do this.
Man.
Now what's your move? You get to the cockpit. Who are you impersonating? What
sucking
pilot are you
everything.
impersonating?
Well,
He's just
I'm going to tell
sucking
you,
things until the plane gets on the ground.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, one of the things that helps me land the plane is that Travis Barker is on fire in the back of the plane. I needed a distraction, and he was the distraction I needed.
But you need DJ AM to die as well. So
I'm weekend
or
of
you
Bernie'sing DJ AM.
If DJ AM doesn't die, you'll create a time paradox. Mike. You need to land this fantasy.
that Travis Barker was never in Blink 182. Oh my god. I love
Prevent
his drumming.
Machine Gun Kelly's entire career.
Fahrenheit 182 is the temperature at which planes burn.
When flaps melt.
Oh man. Well, this seems like the perfect time to just stop everything that we're doing and move over to the Patreon.
All right, let's do it.
See y'all on the page.
Thanks for
Johnny, got another hour?
Yeah, for sure. I gotta make
Cool.
a piss, smoke a cig, grab 2 beers.
All right, we'll see
All
you
right,
over
cool.
on the Patreon.
You guys got ads to do, right?
A couple of quick announcements. No big deal. You got time. We'll see
Should
you
I
over there.
stay?
No, you can go piss now. I'll send you
I'll
off
go
in style.
piss. Yo, thank you for the cheapos for hearing me. I'll see the rest of you fucking. I'll see the rest of the guys that have $1, $12 a year to fucking.
In first class.
Dan, thank you very much, John
Yeah.
DelCollo, for joining us.
Thank you, boys. Oh man, I love you, boys.
Hey,
I
buddy.
can't wait to keep talking to you. And
See you
2
in 5.
shakes in my little dick.
All right, Bubs in the chat. Thanks for fucking being with us. We are shifting over to the Patreon. If you are a member of the Patreon, the link is already in your email. We'll see you over in that stream. If you're listening to this, consider joining the Patreon. It's $1 a month. We're putting up more and more content as we go on, not just podcast episodes, but also sketches. There's a lot of like direct communication over there. Obviously, you don't need to do that on Patreon. It just seems to be like one place where we kind of focus all the back and forth with patrons. And also, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're closing in on 1,000 subscribers, which is a big deal for us right now. We're gonna start pushing the YouTube, especially as more video content starts going up.
And just know, if you want to, you can give more than $1. And if for every fucking dollar that we get, I fantasize more and more about quitting my fucking job, which I was almost late to the podcast tonight addressing some fucking stupid ass fucking emails. So just know that I am grateful for each of you that subscribes, because with each one of you, I feel like I get closer and closer to making that a reality.
Mike, let me know if you need help with your quitting your job fantasy too, dude.
It will involve
Since you
Mark
fucking
Wahlberger.
you phoned in 9/11 so badly. All right, gang. We'll see you over on the Patreon. Love you, Bubs.
Love you guys. I'll see you.